If you guys have not been seeing the post-match East versus West interviews with athletes, make sure to go check those out. But just recently, Coach Ray interviewed Devon LARRATT, and he asked him exactly what was going on in round 1 of their match, and also if he thinks that there's anything he could have done in order to win this match. Let's take a look at the clip.
He's strong everywhere. That's the thing. Like, you can take a piece of him, but the thing is he has a lot of options. I was going to go after his wrist, try and take his wrist. There was a little something there. He just has too many alternatives. He's got too many options.
So Devon brings up a really good point here. He does say that he feels like he may have kind of had something against specifically Levon's wrist in that very first round. But the thing about Levon is that he really is not a one-trick pony. We haven't really seen him had to use things like a transitional flop press, but as we know, just because we haven't seen something yet doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And it turns out that Levon's transitional press is really pretty. I went back and watched the moment of the match in round 1 where we see Levon transition to that press, and not only is the press very, very strong, but the transition was really good and it looked very rehearsed to me. So Devon talks about the fact that even if he fully cracked Levon's wrist back, he still would have had to deal with his flop press, and in all likelihood, he probably could not have done anything to Levon's flop press. And in addition to Levon's wrist and his flop press, he also has that posting, rocking back pressure style top roll where he can even lose his wrist and he can still pin with that cracked back kind of Todd Hutchings style side pressure. So as I've talked about before, Devon really needed everything to go perfectly for him, and he needed Levon to make a bunch of mistakes, and he also needed Levon to pretty much rely on one technique in this match. Levon used what I would categorize as 3 different techniques in this match. They all worked together to isolate Devon's bicep and to make Devon gas out faster than Levon did. So really overall, Levon didn't make the mistakes that Devon would have needed him to make, so Devon just really didn't have much of a chance in this match. Levon was clearly the stronger guy, and Devon would have had to make up that gap in the technique area, but Levon has showed us that his technique really is incredible, especially for someone of his size. He really arm wrestles a lot more like a weight class puller, and he can go anywhere that he needs to all over the table. Not only is Levon the strongest arm wrestler in history, but as far as super heavyweights go, I think he might just be one of the most technical as well. So let me know what you guys think about Devon's response here. I agree that he may have had a little bit of something in round 1 against Levon's wrist, but as Devon said, it didn't matter because Levon has multiple other areas he can go to, and Devon did not have an answer for those other areas, so Levon was going to win this match regardless.